5 seconds. Dear friends, the towering personality who was in our midst just a few days ago is no longer with us to lead and guide us. The last of his mortal remains has gone to join the soil and water of the country that he loved, even though Jawaharlal has passed from our sight. His work and his inspiration lived on, and we who have been given the privilege of being his countrymen, contemporaries, and colleagues must now brace ourselves to the new tasks ahead and face up to the situation whose very prospect we once used to dread, the situation of an India without Jawaharlal. There comes a time in the life of every nation when it stands at the crossroads of history and must choose which way to go. But for us, there need be no difficulty or hesitation, no looking to right or left. Our way is straight and clear. The building up of a socialist democracy at home with freedom and prosperity for all, and the maintenance of world peace and friendship with all nations abroad. To that straight road and to these shining ideals, we rededicate ourselves today. No better beginning could have been given that my colleagues of the legislature party, who, in the hour of decision, resolved to come together. I am also grateful to the nation for the way they have received my taking over of the heavy burden cast on me. What I need in the discharge of these heavy responsibilities is the willing cooperation of our people. They are our only source of strength, and it is for them that I shall seek to draw my inspiration. Among the major tasks before us, none is of greater importance in our strength and stability than the task of building up the unity and solidarity of our people. Our country has often stood as a solid rock in the face of common danger, and there is a deep underlying unity which runs like a golden thread through all our seeming diversity. But we cannot take national unity and solidarity for granted or afford to be complacent, for there have been occasions when unfortunate and disturbing divisions, some of them accompanied by violence, have appeared in our society. I know that these disturbances gave a deep shock and caused great anguish to Jawaharlal, who had all through his life worked untiringly for communal harmony and mutual toleration. Let people of different parts of India, however strong their feelings might be on particular issues, never forget that they are Indians first, and that all differences must be resolved within the unalterable framework of one nation and one country. Let us make every endeavor to foster this feeling of oneness and to carry forward the work of national integration started with the National Integration Conference in this year. Political democracy and the way it has functioned in our country is surely a great achievement. Here again, we owe a great depth to Jawaharlal for his deep attachment to democracy as a form of government, as a way of life. There is something in our old culture heritage also, and I have particularly in view that enduring strand in Indian life which can be best described as respect for human personality and spirit of tolerance. I have no doubt in my thought that it is by methods of persuasion and mutual accommodation and by constant search for areas of agreement as basis for action that democracy can be worked. It is in this spirit that I shall devote myself to duties and the responsibilities of the office I have been called upon to fill. Of all the problems facing us, one is more distressing than that of the dire poverty in which millions of our countrymen continue to live. How I wish that I would be able to lighten the burden of poverty on our people. I cannot forget particularly the claims of the most backward sections like the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes who had suffered neglect and had to endure disabilities for many centuries. It would be my privilege to work for establishment of a more just social order. Dear sir, I have your quotation for carrying out the works in our building complex. On going through each item of work stated by you in your letter, the rates quoted by you, and the brand name mentioned against each item, we find that you have given us a very reasonable rate. In this connection, we would like to recommend your firm for a similar work in the Krishna district where the investment by our sister concern is much larger. They would definitely be interested in the type of work you are now doing, and since you are undertaking our building work, there would not be any difficulty in awarding the contract to your firm. As regards our building it is necessary that you meet our building engineer and get the outlay of our complex for a thorough study. You would be interested to know that our venture is a novel one in the city. We have ordered the ready-made windows and doors for our fixtures, and the locking system in them would be very ideal and strong. The indoor decoration would also be of a new modern type. We would be using the latest imported material for this purpose. The whole complex would be fully secured and bound from all sides so that there are no cases trespass by outsiders. The electrical alarm system would be more active during night time, and the night prowlers within the building complex will be immediately detected. We are very sure the details given by us would be useful to you. You may please call on us whenever you need our assistance and guidance. On our part, we are recommending your firm's name to some of our friendly concerns, and we hope you would hear from them. Yours faithfully.